in the contract.
Well, we're in.
And here the pistol round is Anderson. Yep, it's already a pistol round, so...
Let's take it away with Stefan cracking this round open like a small egg.
Ooh.
He is hungry. Dreamer will go down. Bubble also follows suit. Tizian is going to be the point man into that one. Good stuff on the board early out from the CTs.
Dreamer and Bubble already down. They're going to be rotating towards the B site here. They want to get that pistol round. E-Frag, until this tournament, had a huge problem with pistol rounds, but they've actually won a couple, including the ones against CSGO Lounge, especially on the second map. They actually even won them on cash, so Stefan is going to try and stop them from moving in towards the B site here. He's having a fight against Spy Leader, but the long-range distance of the USB is going to work. And look at that, they took the attention of them here towards Long, while the rest of them are pushing from Dropper. Crispy now alone, and he needs his help from Kazuya and Kiev, who will come to support him. Actually, one coming up from behind. Kazuya, cheeky and sneaky at the same time, but not a lot of health. And it's a really, really difficult situation here for the aTTaX players. Kiev is backing away. He finds the first headshot. Is he going to get the second? Crispy with a kill onto Spy Leader, and it's just NKL in a 1 versus 2, but they don't have a lot of health. 35 seconds left on the clock. He's moving forward. Is he going to get the first frag? He does, and he's looking for more. NKL's going to throw the nade. Good night, Kobe. Oh, he's still alive. And 25 seconds left on the clock. NKL finds the headshot. Look at Victor scream.
My name is NKL, and this is my skill.
They're pumped. They're...
NKL hat-trick and 1-0 E-Frag started to lead. At some point, everything was perfect for alternate. They had +2 players advantage, but E-Frag did it. E-Frag players started to lead on this.
Jackie, I feel like I'm a bit of a traitor for the TaKeTV experience.
Yeah, kind of. Your team E-Frag.
No, not about
Oh,
about
sorry,
that.
no.
No,
actually?
No, actually,
Don't know what you
no.
meant. Big fan of alternate attacks, yeah?
No, it's not that. I just feel like, because, you know, I'm not allowed to drink. I just feel like
you've denied...
I can't drink apple juice. I just feel like I'm not in the TaKeTV mood.
Producer, can we get another apple juice brought over for me? But into this round, good stuff going down. E-Frag, not looking too healthy into this. This Deagle buy that's come out from Ultimate aTTaX, this is classic of their playstyle of that team, and it is already tearing through E-Frag. 2 men down.
They can't do this. They can't do this. It's the same mistake they had against Hellraisers during PGL, where they lose the second round to a force buy. Don't want to be in that situation. They're taking it easy, though. Desert Eagles are very, very dangerous indeed, especially in the hands of these German players who have definitely played and practiced on those deathmatch servers, haven't they, Raheem? Do you do deathmatch, Raheem? No? No deathmatch. Your aim is too sick already.
Yep. Enough for Dust Doom, so.
Enough for Silver 3.
Yeah. So here, slow around 45 seconds on the clock. Definitely, E-Frag's players will try to execute a B attack, because they already regrouping towards B. Exactly same tactic. Not same tactic, because this time all together they'll try to rush via T-Race. And it's time to meet some guests. Stefan is ready, and his Deagle as well.
I think in this situation, you want to reduce the distance between you and those Desert Eagles. Wow, Kazuya finding heads. Is he going to find another? Dreamer finally takes them down. 16 seconds left on the clock. The Terrors have to make their move, Jackie.
Yeah, they do so indeed. Trying to get onto that side, but these Deagles proving far too strong. Not a lot of time, and they will find the frag. The head of Dreamer goes rolling off. Spy Leaders in a 1 versus 3 time, ticking away. Tries to get the shot down, but Tizian punishes him. And alternate attacks, they snap back into the game. Second round is theirs with ease, and E-Frag, they have underestimated the massive, massive skill level in alternate attacks' ecos. They are ridiculous on these ecos, and time again, they have proven it. E-Frag underestimating there. They've given them an opener.
Huge mistake.
Same time, E-Frag's players decided to play force buy round. They invested all their money for this. They bought Tech-9s, CZ, and armors. Okay, so let's see, maybe they will do the same what Alternate did on previous round.
Same mistake again.
Here, P90, and great start for E-Frag. Victor organized magic headshot for Stefan. Kzai. Oh, okay. Nice pick. Nice pick.
That's an interesting smoke. It's not perfect.
And he decided to push. Oh my goodness, tons of T players in front of him, and here the trade, which is better, of course. Now it's way better. Oh, that's impressive, because now it's all for Kiev. He's alone against the 3 opponents, and round over. Here the pain, here the revenge by E-Frag's players.
Counter-Strike just doesn't make sense sometimes. People are just winning rounds they shouldn't. poor decision-making, I think, there from a couple of the players. I mean, you know that they're coming in with a force buy. You shouldn't reduce the distance between you and the players.
Yeah, but this is the same thing between both these sides. Like, if you you put both of these teams on paper, right? What's the one thing that sticks out to you? The fact that their CT side money economy is really, like, their money economy management is really weird in the CT half. They both go for these over-exhibiting force buys that you don't expect to see too often, but they seem to make it work. So it's weird. Both of these teams are fairly even in their similar play styles. The Deagle's coming out this time around, bit of a deco for alternate attacks. They do love it. Let's see if they can land these shots once again. Dreamer not allowing them to from long range will rip their head clean off Tizian. Frisbee is there, attempting to defend the site, just bobbing out. Wants to try and find a frag.
And look, do you realize something? The style, the way they play. Oh
my goodness!
What the hell is going on? Desert Eagle headshots galore. Everyone's just dying to this weapon. Nerf, please. Nerf. Vote nerf. Vote remove. Vote delete everything. This gun should not be in the game. Wow. Fantastic play from Alternate. Is he going to find another one here? Stefan with the Desert Eagle. Oh, he goes down to NKL. That's the problem. If you don't get the first shot or the second, you usually actually end up missing. Keeve now in a 1v1. Has no armor. He's going to try and pick up a weapon. NKL again in a clutch situation, this time with a P90 and a Tech 9. We'll try to get the bomb planted. He sees him and he's going to make it. NKL with yet another clutch win. Wow, look at this. Crispy. Boom. All right, ba-bam. Sorry, that's the wrong.
That was
the wrong
boom. Okay, that was boom. Okay.
It was boom, huh?
Yeah, that was boom. Okay, don't worry. So finally, guys with bigger and better guns won their round. Because at this moment, till that round, everything was forced by guys. Okay. So 3-1, and again here, Deagles again here a couple armors. We didn't see any full gun round yet. At this moment, only.
I mean, well, the Desert Eagles are probably going to be better than actually going for a full buy at this stage. But
yeah, going for a bit of the force there. And I mean, they are very effective with them, so they should be able to do something, especially from the range that they have. Keeping in a little bit of leg room, just going to go for the random Deeg. Won't quite connect onto anyone. He's one of the star players for that alternate attack side. The highest rated player on the side. They're AWPer as well, and he's ridiculous in terms of capability if you give him a lot of breathing space.
I do believe that first time we will see how E-Frag will try to storm A side.
They're very good at that. They do it very well.
Till that round number 5, they tried to plant the bomb only in B zone. So it's a first attempt to push A side, and so far pretty bad because they already lost one player.
I've not seen a team that has so many good Deagle players.
Yeah.
So many confident Deagle players like this.
Oh!
He gets them finally.
Except these firefights. So Keeve is still inside. And actually not all, but 3 or 4 city players already in A area.
You can notice, Jackie, that they're actually quite slow with their executes in this game so far.
Yeah, it's more back into that sort of other style. They don't want to get too aggressive, run into the close quarter combat where the pistols on that attack side are going to be so effective. So it's better. They will be working into the site that has the double damage set up, though. Keeve, he's trying to land those frags to open things. Time is ticking away, so they have to go fast, and they are able to get the picks onto the board. KZY rotating. A 1 versus 4, nothing he can do into this round. Just going to try and get himself into a bit of a close angle, maybe find a gun if E-Frag attempt to leave the site.
Alternate are very scary. Now that we're going to see them with weapons, I have a feeling that they have a very, very good opportunity to actually pick up the round, because just with Desert Eagles, they've done a lot of damage. E-Frag.net, at the moment, have to just keep doing what they're doing, slow down, make sure the positions are clear, these aggressive positions towards the A site and the B site are clear, and then go for their execute. So far, they've not actually used utility properly, maybe because they haven't had the economy for that. But once they have the utility, I think E-Frag.net will actually be slightly better on the T side as well.
Interesting that E-Frag decided to take a tactical pause. Actually, they won their round, they're leading for 1, but why they decided?
Because it's a buy round, and this is the first real test against Alternate. They want to make sure that they win this round, because if they do, then they won't have a very good buy for the next round. They've got a loser bonus now, so they can probably go for FAMASs, and then if they win that, then they get an eco. So it's technically about 3 rounds if you play it properly. That's why they want to have attack pause. They want to make sure that they execute properly, because they know they've been a little bit shaky with the Desert Eagles, and hopefully they've got something in the bag for the CT side. I think right now they're really respecting Alternate, and they can't do that. They have to show no respect, full confidence, no fear against this team, because if they do, then they allow the Germans to play in the limelight and in their own style.
It might open up to that more aggressive style of CS that aTTaX are really effective at. If you give them a lot of breathing room, that's where they're really going to bite you for it. They're going to come in hard and fast and shut you down in terms of their aiming capability that is quite high across the board for that team. They have a lot of individual skill. It's similar in E-Frags in a lot of their styles. There's quite an awful lot of parallels. That's what we saw with E-Frag prior to this. They seemed quite shaky up against some of the opponents they played. This LAN were as if they're going into it really scared and quite timid. So E-Frag need to try and kick that into this one.
Kiev, yeah, first time, by the way, it's a full gun round number 6, and Kiev will perform with the AWP gun. Same time, E-Frag players playing with a case only. Actually, that tactical course made this round pretty interesting, because now it's really interesting to know what E-Frag prepared for this gun round.
I think the thing what Spy told them is, look, Kiev has got an AWP, slow down, take it easy, all right? Don't go fast in towards the site because he's going to get the double kill, triple kill. He is capable of doing that. And they watch them play on Cobblestone. They know that he goes aggressive in main. And you can see none of them held this position here. Usually you've got somebody standing here actually checking it. Nobody held it because they knew that Kiev is going to go for that pick. Instead, they've gone towards long.
And now here action in long area, most probably. We are waiting for that. Nope, two guys decided to switch to underpass, to ladder room, and slow round from E-Frag.
I think they're going to have to...
And here we go, Kiev, that's what you said.
Yeah, I mean, they're hoping that Victor finds the entry on him. It's not likely. Usually Spy and Victor go together and peek together and try to take out the AWPer. If it doesn't work, then they're going to have to change the plan, and which is what they're doing now. They're going towards the B site, Jackie.
Yeah, trying to flood in towards that site, but they're going to have an awful lot of TTs primed and ready to try and defend it. Can they break down for those defenses, find a leak onto the site? Or will the CT plumbers be able to mop them up?
And 3 players from upper halls, and here we go, some action, flash, and here the pick, nope, fireball, as known as Molotov, okay.
Smart by Stefan, backs away, throws down the utility. Now they've got them in a corner here, and it'll be very difficult for them to do anything. 12 seconds left on the clock. 10
seconds, and here the pick, too slow.
Too slow.
Kind of flip side style they played, yeah.
They die anyway.
Anyway, the problem is that they paid attention to time, and when 15 seconds remain, you have to rush. You don't have any option to play in slowly, to throw all that utilities. That's why they died so easily at the end of their round, because there is no option. They didn't have any other option.
Yeah, it's true, and this just goes back to that prior point of the fact that E-Frag are really slow in terms of their opponents right now, and in terms of attacks especially, it looks like they're going into this quite timid in how they've been playing. It's vastly different to what we've seen before on Cobblestone, where they go for a more aggressive side quite early on into the round, trying to get those picks with the backup of Victor going in, sort of as you said, as the point man, finding the openers, whereas now it's been quite slow, everyone just working together in picks, but Dreamer will be able to find the first one, takes down Crisby, the trade comes out, Kiev utilising that AWP, he is the point man for that attack side, and he has to show it now.
Kiev is a phenomenal player. He's going to be a huge thorn in the backside of E-Frag. He finds another kill, but they finally take him out. And once Kiev is down, that's the majority of the danger. Stefan and Tizian are remaining. Well, will they be able to do anything with the rifles that they have? Molotov goes down. Stefan's forced forward. That's an excellent flash there from Tizian. Allows Stefan to live for longer. Smokes down. They're slowing them, but there's a lot of time left on the clock, and they will push forward. Utility thrown. Victor takes him out. There's a return, and that nade actually ends Bubble's life. NKL in a clutch once more, and he's got the confidence. Will he continue with his 100% clutch success rate? 50 seconds left on the clock. He'll go for the bomb plant. Tizian's waiting for that. He just makes sure that he's not too close, and he will plant the bomb. 1 versus 1. Molotov being thrown by Tizian and an aid. Doesn't do any considerable damage. He drops down. NKL's going to see him. Oh, but he doesn't get the kill. Tizian wins this clutch. And that's the round for Alternate. I think he's going to try and find Kiev's AWP before going for the defuse. But as you saw there, Kiev really, really essential in the defense, and it was a good retake from Alternate simply because of the utility that they used.
Actually, Tizian did a smart move where he threw that utilities from one side and started to attack from another direction, because the two players most probably expected attack from same direction. So 4-3, and after switching to big and heavy guns, Alternate didn't lose any single round so far.
Yep.
Right now, E-Frag going for the false, just trying to make this work, seeing if there's any potential leak they can find. Looks like they are going to be going quite fast towards that B bomb site. The nade goes out from Stefan, should transfer a little bit of damage here. Good damage there onto Victor, and Dreamer taking a small bit of damage. Stefan holding the angle, everyone getting very aggressive towards drop down. Victor finds the first frag onto KZY, and from behind, Crisby gets one. It's fastly traded out by Victor. It's not looking too fantastic for the CTs as well. Tizian getting tanked through the wall.
Now that's Stefan being a bit too passive. He's still alive, which is good, but he's allowed his teammates. Oh, just as I say that, double kill for him. I was going to mention that he was playing the dropper area very, very well by staying alive and not staying in that position as they drop down. And that's really reduced the chances of them winning this round now, the terrorists. But they've got 2 rifles and armor. Bombs down.
And enough time, actually.
And quite a lot of time. It's just about whether Spy Leader and Bubble can find the entries now. Bubble's going to go forward. He finds Stefan. Not the headshot, though. Look at Tizian's position as well. This is very, very difficult for E-Frag to do anything.
And here they pick.
Keev is, you know, he's a phenomenal player, Jack. He's just difficult to deal with. Very, very difficult to deal with. 45 seconds left on the clock. Bubble in a 1 versus 2. He's had fantastic tournaments recently. Can he continue with his form, which has been low during this tournament specifically? Oh, look at that. He actually sees him. Turns around, but there's a crossfire setup. It was just a bait all along.
It was an
They'll win
elaborate
that clutch.
Elaborate ruse. Yeah.
It's a trap.
Actually, pretty smart mini-team play by Remain alternate players. They took pretty good spots for controlling that bomb, for making sure that it will be pretty hard to pick without losing any other player, without losing teammates. So, nice cross spots, by other words.
Easy.
Easy, EASQ. Yeah, what's the problem? Easy, EASQ. Okay, for Spy Leader playing with CZ, but other T players are doing well. For a case, so playable situation for them. And let's see, again, they are on their way towards A. Chris B will meet the guest soon. This time, Kiev checking for another direction.
He's in a tough situation
so
there.
Chris B, entry kill by Bubble. Here we go, 1, and that's it. It's pretty good for E-Frag because they have 1 player advantage and they are in A side. They didn't reach bomb area itself, but they're pretty close to do so.
They need to, the thing is, they have a smoke on NKL who needs to throw that, but actually Spy Leader's behind them, so they don't have to throw the smoke. This is fantastic. Spy Leader, who is very, very good at playing that lurker role for his side. Always with the flanks, always positioning himself perfectly. And Dreamer and Victor, I really doubt that Kazuya will be able to win this. They just need to set up a crossfire. Any one of these players can win the aim duel. And as soon as he kills Dreamer, Victor's going to be able to take him out. Good smoke from Kazuya, though. He's going to jump over. Dreamer has to be careful, but there's Victor to take him out. 5-4 is the round, and it just took them to take down Kiev.
E-Frag started to lead again, 5-4, and actually they got a chance to make it 6-4 easily. Because alternate players will perform with pistols only in this round, number 10.
Jumping into this, of course, they don't have anything really to help their side at all. E-Frag should be able to dispatch them quite effectively from range. Spy Leader as well, he's going to go for that map 10, a smart decision. He's one of these players that is very big in terms of eco-frags, wants to build up a lot of an economy so he can use that utility later on into the game. And it's a smart play, of course. They have nothing to really help them out on that attack side. Only 1 player with armor, that's going to be Kiev, so that map 10 is going to tear through the rest of them like a knife through butter. Everyone waiting.
Hot knife.
Oh, it's the same thing, mate. A knife still goes through butter. It's not that hard.
That 2 pistol kills, but Bubble made again.
Really?
Bubble again made situation equal.
Do you know in Russian it's buble?
Huh?
In Russian they say buble.
What?
What are we
Sorry?
talking about?
Russian people who speak English, when they want to say bubble, say buble.
No way.
That's what they told me.
Apparently.
No way. They trolled you.
Speaking to the Hellraisers guys, that was.
They trolled you.
Were they trolling me?
Yeah.
Oh, Stefan. This is a good setup here by the alternate players. 1 versus 3, and it's
again,
just a
Deagle
complete
in
throw.
action. Alternates Deagles in action. It's the main problem so far for E-Frag. 2 AKs, 1 M4, SMG, 5.5, and no money. Again, tactical pause, no technical issue actually this time, and alternate players requested for that pause. We are waiting. And yeah, guys, these Red Bulls, not for commercial only.
I mean, looking into that round as well, though, right? aTTaX go into it, and all they spent was they bought like 2 Deagles. They had the 157 that was as well on Kiev, and they had armor. They've not invested too much at all into that round in terms of what they actually had to spend and their overall economy, and they pulled it out. And it's E-Frag once again. It's just really weird in terms of what they've gone for there. You've got AKs, you've got the long range advantage. Why are you trying to fight in close angles?
The thing is, the CT side for the Germans is really unpredictable. I think the positions they hold are so different every single round. Okay, it's the same guys on the B side, same guys on the A side, but the positions they hold are like different every single round, and that kind of element of surprise is really, really helpful on eco rounds because you can hold some really, really nasty angles on cobblestone. They ran out of utility really early on. They couldn't actually use the utility going into the site. And for that reason, it made it, I guess, more manageable for the eco round. But they shouldn't have lost that round. And they shouldn't be losing rounds like this. They continue to do so. That's the problem.
They've lost far too many of those rounds where they really shouldn't. And that's the same story. Like, you can't afford to do that time and time again. They have to get it out of the way right now.
All problems solved, I hope. And now to Galil's, yeah, to Tech9s and CZ only. Actually, E-Frag, as we see, E-Frag's players prefer to play with the CZs and Tech9. They are not in love to Deagle?
No, I mean, they're not as confident with it. But I think the Tech9 is better with the movement and when you're going in towards the site. This time around, the alternate are not going to lose the force by, it seems, as they do pick up 2 frags and they have advantageous positions. They've got a CT in the back as well, Kiev, who will pick up a frag onto Dreamer. He's looking for another one. Gets dinged pretty badly. Whew, ouch.
And now it's all for Bubble. He made some trouble, but same time Stefan made the score 6-5 here, and alternate players leading. Actually, number of kills, 12 kills by Kiev.
The thing is, right now, Jackie, E-Frag can grind rounds, which means, okay, they'll win one, they'll lose one, they'll win one, they'll lose one. That's not bad. As long as they come out of this with 6-7 rounds on the T side, I think they should be pretty happy.
Yeah, the difference maker there is as well, of course, they are still effective on their CT half. They're not one of these teams that are good on T and then really struggle on their CT half. Spyleader is a great player in terms of that, of how dynamic it's actually quite been on prior maps, so it should be fairly effective. Tizian, he's going to go for the aggressive style of play, goes for the wide peak, but won't get anything for his trouble. Use the smoke now to just try and hold them back.
That was a pretty risky move, but he stayed alive, and actually he has 100 HP after
It's
that.
the same eco round strat that they're doing every single time. Same tactic, 3 to drop a 2 from long. It worked a couple of times, but I think by this time, alternate know exactly how to counter it.
But this is what we spoke about prior to this anyway, and the fact that E-Frag, basically, they have that playbook. Once you expand, like, you know, once you've expended everything that's in there, that's it. They're donezo at that point, and they've proven that.
Spyleader managed to find big green, let's call gun.
He's decided to throw it away. Maybe so they don't find it.
I didn't get why.
I have no idea.
It's obvious that E-Frag's
He's going for it.
Not using off gun on T side at all. Because I don't have any other explanation.
No, I mean, if Bubble finds an AWP, he will pick it up and use it. There's no doubt about it, even on
Yeah,
the
but
side.
I'm pretty sure that Bubble could tell him, save that gun.
No, the thing is, I think he decided to actually try and win the round. I don't think that's why he picked up the M4, because he went around, but then he was just, Kazia found him and took him out. But 7-5 is the current scoreline. Alternate now building up some momentum. We do see a full buy from E-Frag, but not a lot of utility, and they need it. Victor starts it off with an entry, and I think with that entry towards the A site onto Kiev, they should take control of the A site quite easily now and get it planted. Spyleader should be making that call to push together. And now they know that there are 2 players there as well, so they might go towards the B site because they saw the 2 utilities being thrown.
Yeah, in terms of that, they're aware of the positioning of the CTs and they aren't going to be backing off. Of course, they always left that bomb outside of B, so it isn't going to get spotted by the CTs going for any aggressive pushes, and they then can work into it late into the round. Stefan, just with his knife out here so we can jiggle peek and quickly check drop, just in case there's any CTs that are going to pop their heads up. And it looks like there will be a few of them coming his way. He's going to have a trio of fun, ready to drop down into his angle, uses that smoke to buy him a little bit of extra time, peeks out for the headshot, but can't quite find it. Spyleader gets the better of him. Tizian, he's a nice area by Olof here, fires down the trigger and gets one onto Dreamer. That's all he's going to get, leaving his teammates in a 2 versus 4.
You see, it was just a very simple call from Spy. 2 people on the A side, there's definitely 2 people on the B side. Let's go down from Dropper. And it's really difficult to hold the B side, even with 3. Usually it's the harder side to hold.
Cuckoo kill incoming, definitely.
No, no. Cuckoo
he
Ninja.
decided, okay, he decided
Cuckoo
to be
Ninja.
Oh no. Yet another cuckoo kill.
This is good patience.
Cuckoo.
To be
No,
fair.
no,
Like,
he
this is ridiculous.
decided to kill and defuse. Oh my goodness. That 2 guys
Metal Gear
hunting,
Solid.
2 guys
Literally.
hunting, and Crispy.
He is literally an FBI agent. No, he's not. He's
Just
like
gonna run
James
past
Bond.
no, oh, too early. Anti, bro. No, did you see that mind game? That was just brutal.
Brutal.
Just imagine that he did it.
Well, if he defused it, I'd just leave. I'd just go. I wouldn't be watching.
There's like
this game.
potential at that point. Though. Like, everyone just exiting the
yeah,
site so early.
2 players stayed in
Yeah.
one line. He had a chance at some point to spray and kill both, but
It's just the thing, everyone running out of the way. Like, no one was going to check that angle, because as far as they were concerned, 2 teams have already exited. Why would they check an angle that's already been cleared? So there was an awful lot of potential into that round. He got way more out of it.
Nice try, though.
Yeah.
Give him that.
No.
Nice one, lads. Nice.
Idea itself just
Nice attempt.
epic. Just epic.
Is an epic idea.
It was good patience as well, though. Like, it was definitely good patience on display. Nice restraint.
Here we go. 2 rounds to go, by the way.
Good mathematics, Raheem. Thank you very much.
Thank you. Thanks to my teacher. Thanks to my parents for paying for school.
Ooh, sprays through the smoke. Will Victor find an entry onto Kyiv once more? Seems to be the key to winning the rounds. See what I did there? Kyiv, almost. Give me points for that, Jackie.
Actually, no. What I'll give you is nothing. Keep getting taken down. Spylido will be able to
No love.
to spray him down with that AK-47, makes him hit a DECK. Crispy boosted up here. He's in a nice angle to do some damage, but the T's are having none of his shenanigans. They force him to drop down. He's going to a close angle. That Deagle could potentially find an opener into this one. Goes around a corner, the flashbang blinds him. Dreamer capitalizes because of this, and that leaves Stefan in a very awkward angle.
Yeah, and still, the terrorists have quite a bit of utility on their hands, but so do the CTs. There is an opportunity for them to retake now with Kazuya and Tizian. And I think Stefan should have just tried to stay alive, but this is not a very good retake. They're just going in one by one and being taken out. Kazuya barely, and also Spyleader barely surviving that altercation. What?
He planted.
He killed him from behind.
Yeah, he planted to save, because I mean,
yeah, it's a good crossfire.
M4, but it was too late. So last round, and there is no one able to alternate.
It's crazy, Raheem, because at the moment, like for a time, I think Alternate won 3 or 4 rounds in a row, and it looked like they had E-Frag under control, and they were actually going to come out of this half with maybe 10 rounds or 9 rounds. But at the moment, it looks like we might see an 8-7 first half for E-Frag.
Yeah.
But then again, you know...
But don't underestimate, Deagles. Alternate Deagles, yeah.
Let's see if they make the same mistake that they've been making.
Tapping something.
I'm actually tapping my foot.
Picked up on a mic. Don't do that.
It's literally my foot.
Yeah.
Is it? I'm sorry, Dad. Will you forgive me?
No, leave the studio now. Stefan tapping away, wants to try and get that frag, but he can't quite do it. Dreamer follows it up with another one as well. Big stuff on display here, showing no restraint to being able to punish alternate attacks. KZY is in a close angle. That Molotov will force him out of position, and the T's get ready to release their onslaught towards that B bomb site. Meanwhile, 3 of them still just hanging around mid, trying to sell the idea that an aTTaX could be coming out later on into the round.
Despite the 2 players' advantage, E-Frag's players trying to make sure that they will not lose any single player, and they will try to win this round without any problems.
Yeah, I mean, did you see that? Kazuya would literally need the automatic version of a Desert Eagle, also known as the AK-47, to be able to do anything. But
actually, all remain ST players already in B side, but it doesn't matter. Okay, I'm key.
Good rotation.
Yep, here the rotation, and 4v2, 25 seconds on the clock. Actually, it's time to plant the C4, actually.
Oh.
Yep, another kill. Bomb down. Diffuse kits. There is no diffuse kit.
I think Crispy's trying to look for a weapon, which he can't find. Good Molotov there by Kyiv, which picked up from the terrorists. Victor's going to take down Crispy, pushes forward, and good setup there by the terrorists. 8-7 is the scoreline, Jackie, as they take the first half in a pretty CT-sided map.
Yeah. Well, I mean, depends. I feel like that's quite debatable in terms of Cobblestone as a whole. Like, it can definitely be T-sided. It's not that.
It's up to team, yeah.
Yeah, like it is really heavily dependent on the teams and how it can be played out. So, CT half though, free frag in terms of things, they're usually quite effective on it. You know, it's definitely not a shaky matter. They're not going to go in there feeling unhappy about the rounds they were able to pick up. So, I mean, right now it just sort of comes down to Spy in terms of if he's actually on point in how it's been going down, because they're really heavy reliant on him, and I feel like it was quite stale. Their T half really sort of expended everything quite early on until they sort of had that rejuvenation halfway through.
Yeah, I think it has a lot to do with Kyiv kind of finding his kryptonite at the A site as well.
They gave him so much breathing room, though. They would never really, like, even when in the defaults they were holding, where it was just 2-2 angles, where they were just playing fairly slowly on that T half, they gave him way too much map control and to be able to get into their faces and go for those picks. And what does Kyiv do? He goes aggressive. That's his thing. Like, he really is the most aggressive player on alternate attacks. And it's the fact he's not scared at all. His confidence is his biggest drawback and his biggest factor.
Yeah, I mean, I think what they have to do on the CT side is they just have to make sure all the players are on point, that the rotations are on point, because I have a feeling as well that Alternate are going to have a strong T side, and that's going to be their stronger side, actually, because they had a really strong T side on the on cash, even though they didn't even have an opportunity to play the T side on Cobblestone because they picked up so many rounds on the CT side. They only lost 1 round. They only needed 2 rounds to actually win on the T side. So I have a feeling, because we haven't seen the T side, I don't think E-Frag have studied it properly, that there's an opportunity for Alternate to actually make this a very, very close match. And it all will boil down to individual performance. I think that's going to be the most important thing for this half. What do you think, Raheem?
In my opinion, it's all up to how fast Alternate will deliver sniper off-gun to Kyiv. That's why they have to win pistol round. That's why they have to win probably 1 anti-force by round. And gun should be provided to Kyiv. If E-Frag will win pistol round, if they will keep pressure, that money pressure to opponents, it will be really, it will be a big problem for Alternate. So it's up to money now. If E-Frag will show some good money pressure,
yeah,
it should be fine for them. So let's just say pistol round means a lot. Yeah, 8-7, it seems like a lot of rounds ahead, but pistol round will decide actually.
This is a lot of information for the CTs. I know it's going to be an A push, and if Victor wins this 1v1, he'll be able to flank as well. NKL's going to try and hold them off. He should try and hide in this situation. No utility on them. They're just going to have to win their aim duels, but there is 1 flash left on Crispy. Stefan looking for Victor here.
Extremely fast. C4 down. I don't know, but more than 1 minute on timer, and the C4 down, which is already pretty good for Alternate because they got bonus money, and now it's all about the retake. Diffuse kit not available, by the way. That's why City players have to move a little bit faster. What an impressive action by Kyiv. And even without op gun, he already performing extremely great. 2 kills, hat-trick here or not? Hat-trick, yep! Hat-trick, easy, EASQ. Kyiv protected that bomb, and hat-trick, here we go, 8-8. And now it's a problem for E-Frag. They will play with the 5-7 CZ. And now everything started pretty well for Alternate, because now they are controlling the situation. They're controlling the game at this point.
They're probably going to go for some early aggression towards B here as well. Of course, KZY opting to go for that Mach 10 so he can head down drop with it. Actually, he's going to go towards Olaf. They're all going to be flooding out. SMG proving very effective in close quarter combat. He takes an awful lot of damage and will have to fall back off the basis of that. But Spy Leader getting absolutely obliterated early on will help them out.
Pretty risky move by Xai. So, but anyway, he managed to pick 1, stayed alive with 17 HP, and so far so good for Alternate. They're not in a rush now, they're just trying to pick another easy kills. Hello, chicken. And Bubble fully blind, Xai 2nd kill, and actually don't forget, guys, that he's performed with SMG, so he found pretty big amount as bonus. So 3v2 here, 14 HP remain for Crispy, low on health Victor as well. Here the pick by NKL, not bad, bomb carrier spotted, so definitely his teammate on the way. It's kind of trap by Victor. From behind, it might work, actually.
He has to stay alive here, NKL. Wait for Victor to help him out. He's got utility as well.
Nade,
There's a nade over.
That nade.
There's a kill there by NKL as well.
But C4 down, they're the problem. And there is no diffuse kit. Stefan will play for time, will buy some time and spray. What a great action by NKL, just absolutely great. And here we go.
That's absolutely surprising there from NKL. It's not usually that you see him pick up 3 fantastic frags like that with the 5-7, but you have to realize something, that team play between Victor and NKL has been transformed to a different level. This is not the NKL and Victor that we saw yesterday. Very good movements, running together, going towards him together, not allowing him any chance to get 2 1v1s. And NKL staying alive, really, really important. So fantastic round for NKL. He should be very happy, and he should pick up a lot of confidence with that. And that's broken Alternate's economy and allowed E-Frag to get back into the game.
2 AKs, 3 Tech 9s, and hard to say, actually. 2 AKs on the way to B. It seems that Alternate players will execute some fast attack here. They're just waiting for that smokes. But nope, here they regroup, I believe.
Slow stuff on display from the T's this time around, just going into that default. Just holding out to see if any aggression will potentially be on display from E-Frag. And Molotov does a fair bit of damage towards Stefan quite early on, nearly 50 HP stripped off him through the fire and flames.
Through the fires and the flames we carry on. That's not how it ends,
Different.
mate.
That's the German techno beats.
That's
cover.
techno.
It's just cover.
All right, let's see. Spy Leader
Okay,
playing
Spy
dropper.
Leader in front of...
NKL's actually really good at this position, playing dropper. He backs away, staying alive. He needs to support him, but he doesn't pick up any frags. Dreamer's actually going to go down as well to Kazuya, 2 versus 3. Retake now for the CT's. Bomb's going to be planted. A bit of an economic boost for them. NKL not finding his mark on Kazuya, who's on really, really low health. It's up to Victor and Bubble now to retake the site. Utility has run out for both teams. Kazuya finding the frag onto Victor now. It's a 1 versus 2. Bubble's pushing forward. He's only got a FAMAS in his hand. Will he be able to do this? Reloads, make sure he's got enough bullets. He's going to push forward. They pop out. Crossfire is going to be set up here by the terrorists. Kazuya coming in from behind. They're actually lining up. And this is really dangerous, but it doesn't matter. Kazuya takes down Bubble regardless. And it's 9-9 after winning a force fight.
Yeah, beautiful stuff on display there. Of course, it was a fairly effective one overall. I mean, they did have 2 AKs when they started the round and an awful lot of utility to play with as well, so it wasn't that bad of a force when you think of it. So good stuff from alternate attacks, winning that one out. E-Frag now, they're going to be trying it once again. The force fire coming out from them. Let's see if they can utilise these pistols as efficiently as alternate attacks can.
They want to break the terrorist economy here. That's why they've gone for the force fight, as they usually do.
And this is what we were saying, like both of these teams are heavy in terms of their force buys on their CT half and especially on their CT half as well. Like they will just force buy up every round.
Remember, these two teams have played against each other in the beginning of this tournament, and E-Frag actually won this map 16-8 after having a very, very good start on the CT side.
Yeah, that's true. Both of those maps, that was a 16-8 and then a 16-7 in terms of what we'd seen prior to this. So this is a very different showing from alternate attacks coming out this time around.
At this point, for me, surprise. It's a pretty big surprise that they lost a lot of rounds with bigger and better guns, yeah? Because both teams won a massive number of rounds with the Deagles, with Galils, with some SMGs.
Victor got a lot of information with that, and as you mentioned, like they've lost a lot of rounds they should have won.
Yep, that's what I'm talking about.
And that's allowed alternate some breathing, but at the same time, you have to realize that E-Frag has won a lot of rounds that they shouldn't have on their force buys, so it goes both ways.
30 seconds to go. It's time to move, actually, because the bomb carrier and other team players pretty far from bomb zones. Here, the fast trade. Nope, Crispy. Double 2 kills from Crispy, and here we go. It's all for Bubble now. He's alone, and definitely team players should take, but... See, okay, bomb carrier is still far, but here the pick by Kiev. Round over, alternate leading 10-9. Pretty tight game here.
Yeah, I think we're going to see an 11-9 Jackie. Full econ out for the CTs.
I mean, they definitely should be able to pick up this round. There's not a lot E-Frag really have in the table in terms of actually stakes into the round as well. It's definitely heavily favoured to alternate attacks. It's odd. E-Frag right now, it's a very different style of sort of how we've seen them play throughout the tournament. They've looked so inconsistent game through game.
What a stack, by the way, in the A side. I hope to see that action against that stack, but I'm afraid we will not, because alternate players focusing towards B side. I think they are planning to.
It's definitely worth the gamble, though, at an eco.
It is.
Yeah,
I mean,
of course.
If NKL actually gets a frag, that it might force them to rotate back to the A site, thinking that it might be a B site stack. And I think what NKL should do right now is actually go and die on purpose. But to honestly, to make them feel like they've got a lot of people on the B site, and then they'll go to the A site.
That's a nice little tag, though. An awful lot of information being traded onto him there. Did catch quite a few of them, but they won't be beginning to rotate out just yet on that CT half. Still holding their ground very strongly.
That stack will not work for sure because the team players ready to storm. And here we go. Easy pick by Stefan. I think remaining Frax players will try to pick some exit kills. Or maybe they will just try to stay alive.
I don't know. I think they should go to dropper and just try and do as much damage as they can. I don't think alternate are going to be dumb enough to search for the kills, knowing that they're on pistols and they've got no armor. There's no real point for doing that. So maybe when they're getting away from the bomb, so they don't die to the bomb, they're going to try and kill them, I guess. Other than that, there's not much for them to really do at this point in time.
They're just holding out. Like, in the position they are right now, it's a really big, like, triple crossfire there. So if everyone exits together and they go towards T-spawn, they should actually be able to get at least one frag on the board. But this is smart from alternate attacks. They're not going to be exiting at all, just utilising those smokes, so no one can really get aggressive from that E-Frag side. They're actually spamming through, tearing people apart. Keeve, this madman, will find two of them through the smoke. He is ridiculous into this round, and they're going to get nothing out of it. So E-Frag, so unfortunate for them. They will finally have money, though. Could this be the game changer? This is such an important round.
And now Keeve managed to buy Op Gun and actually alternate to play against 4M4 and FAMAS in this round. A pretty default split by E-Frag's players, two in A, one closer to connector, and the other the players in B side. Bomb carrier, by the way, in sidewalk on the way to long side. And the two guys faking. Is it fake or just pick attempt? Ah, it's a fake. It's a fake. Couple utilities. Guys keep trying to pick some. And too risky move, in my opinion, but after all, he stayed alive.
The best setup that they've got is Victor and Bubble playing on the B site. At the moment, it's just Victor on his own. It'll be difficult for him to do much because the terrorists have a lot of utility, so they should get access to the site and take him out with relative ease, unless they do forget to flash and check this corner. But I think the CTs have an idea that it will be an A push, and if they can get into the site in good positions before they go in, Alternate are probably going to try and go for a sneaky one with no utility, and they're going to line up just in front of Victor. He pre-fires, gets the first, oh, and he gets the second. Fantastically done there. Bubble with a frag as well. The nade follows. Tizian tries to return. He's going to look for more as well, and it's just 2 against 4 now for the Germans.
It's also important to spot that bomb carrier, which Victor did. Victor managed to kill 2. He spotted C4, and definitely Alternate players realized, E-Frag's players realized what's going on and what Alternate players are trying to do in this round. So, round over, 11-10, great defense, and first of all, thanks to Victor.
Yeah.
Again, pause, and again by Alternates, yeah?
I'm not too sure exactly what it is. Probably not a tactical pause because they had one earlier.
And
oh yeah, it's E-Frag actually pausing.
yes,
Oh, they've got a technical issue. There's an admin going there, but look, this game has been really, really back and forth, and at any moment in time, I feel like the momentum can shift to either team. It doesn't matter whether it's CT or T-sided. But that was a good round, simply because the terrorists didn't actually use utility when going in towards the site, and they didn't check Victor's corner, and Victor was able to land his shot. So just as I mentioned, utility was important. They didn't use it, and they have to use it. They have to take advantage of it, because when these players have their angles and their aims on point, very difficult to win in aim duels.
Yeah, it's like alternate attacks as well. They're one of these teams that has a ridiculously high individual skill cap. All of them are so effective at being able to get those like barrels and barrels of impact frags. So if you go into that really not giving them the amount of respect they need, it's going to be hard for you. And in terms of how they've all been playing, everyone is on fire. Like, this is a really sick alternate attacks we've seen today. Everyone is really firing from all cylinders, and they look so drilled just overall in terms of like all 5 players. Keeve especially, he's the point man of that team. But today it's like, we've got like 2-for-1 Keeves in the server or something that's going on, because he is all over the place. No matter where he is, he's just finding entry upon entry.
Remember, they got 14 rounds on CT, only 7 against E-Frag. There is a difference to their performance. Perhaps E-Frag are playing a better cobble than Hellraisers, even though Hellraisers beat them in the PGL finals. That's Counter-Strike for you. It's so volatile and different. It's based on the day, based on the form, based on a bit of luck as well, really, and based on also team matchups. Some teams match up very well against other teams. So
we saw how close that was, though, in terms of like the match versus Hellraisers. All of the rounds they won were ridiculous. It's like we had clutches where people were just landing no-scopes, like unzooms across the board, and it's just insane stuff that shouldn't have been happening that just really gave them that massive advantage in terms of that. Whereas this has been much closer in both of these teams playing fairly standard styles CS that have just been clashing in terms of how similar they are in both of their play styles and actually the way they play CS entirely.
I think E-Frag should count their blessings that Keeve is not going absolutely mad.
Yeah, he's like,
I mean, he's
playing well,
quite tame.
As he was in that prior game, it was insane. So if he's like on fire as bad as that, they would have just been crushed by now.
I remember the pistol round was won single-handedly by Keeve.
Yeah.
And they had a couple of really, really nice Desert Eagle rounds when they were on the CT side as well. 11-10, we restart the match, full buy for both teams.
And once again, Keeve will try to perform with big rain gun. On previous round, he tried the same, but without success. Remind you that Victor did a job on in previous round. So once again, Kyiv playing with Obgun from tower, trying to pick some, but definitely City players are not trying to play in arcadish way. They're not trying to push, so Kyiv will not find any easy frag there. Interesting point that, that's the point that City players are not trying to push. Actually, nowadays, a lot of teams are playing, in extremely safe way. It's not like old mad days, CS 1.6, when
bunny hopping everywhere.
Yeah, everywhere, like deathmatch. Nowadays, even top 20, top 30 teams are trying to play extremely safe. And also pay attention to number of utilities for E-Frag in this round. Pretty low, and in CSGO, again, in comparison with CS 1.6, utilities means almost everything. Without utilities, but even with the great guns, but without utilities, you cannot do a lot.
This is really good crossfire setup by NKL and Dreamer. However, Dreamer will go down. TaKeTV's op. Can he continue with that op? Tizian takes down NKL. It's not looking good now for the CTs. Spy Leader with a return frag, another Molotov. And this is very good utility usage by Alternate. They've done so much damage just with the Molotovs alone. There's a fantastic flash over as well. The CTs can't see anything. Victor takes down Kyiv. Finally, it's 3 versus 2. 2 versus 2. Spy Leader with only 6 health goes down to Crispy. 1 versus 1 now as Victor is now in a fight to the death against Crispy. Bomb is ticking away. There's not a lot of time. Will he be able to take it out? There you have it. aTTaX with the clutch win.
What a pick by Crispy. Hat-trick, by the way. And 12-10. Low on money now, E-Frag players, but maybe we'll see force by round or not. Yep. Actually, it is. So one for Mas, M4, CZ, 5-7. Museum collection. Museum gun collection. 5 different pistols and rifles there against the 4AKs. And again, same gun set for Alternate as we saw for 2 rounds in a row.
Really, really close clutch rounds. And Jackie, clutch rounds are so important. They can't be losing them, can they?
They can't be, and they're usually one of these teams that actually work ridiculously well under pressure in terms of those clutch rounds, but looks like we won't even need to get into one of those this round as Spy Leader kicks it off with a massive 2K on the board. Insane stuff for him. He's been able to fall back, and this is the difference maker that they needed. They're very underwhelmed in terms of what they have in their arsenal into this round, so it's big that Spy Leader's been able to do that, but then not go overzealous, push in and lose the advantage. He's fallen back and really got them in a fantastic spot.
This team is so temperamental, and it just tells you that they need more practice. They need to hone their skills. They've got such ability, but it's the same with Alternate as well. Both teams have a huge ability, and if they can practice and temper it, these teams can definitely beat Tier 1 teams. There's no doubt about that.
Alternate players are ready to throw all together from underpass side, and here the cross. Actually, Steve players are fully ready to meet the gas. Here the pick by Bubble. Yet another trouble. Nope. Crispy same time made a trade. And Victor. Okay, it's all for Kyiv. Now he's alone, and here we go. Great defense by E-Frag players. And again, with pretty low guns.
Yeah, I mean, it happens again and again.
Again and again and again and again.
Another one.
Another one.
Raheem.
So, yep.
You smart.
I know. Thank you.
You loyal. Matter of fact, you a genius.
Thank you.
Buy a mama house.
Go buy Disneyland.
Yeah, don't stop.
Buy yourself an op.
Okay, now 12-11. So what players are trying to do all together. I love that all together. Okay, no, one player will push from upper halls area. And here they rush pretty fast round here, all together. Move. Massive damage done already. Two players already switched to viewers. A great defense so far by E-Frag's players. One more. Nope. Okay, trade here. And too low, extremely low HP. Bonus money required for the players. And here, no, there is no bonus money actually. They didn't manage to plant the C4. 4 City players stayed alive. 12-12, pretty good. Money backup they got. I'm talking about E-Frag's players. And 12-12. Full eco round, I do believe, for Alternate in this round number 25.
Look, I've kind of figured out a little bit of a pattern. Don't know if you agree with me, Jackie, but when Alternate go fast, they usually lose their rounds really quickly, and it's... I keep saying it again and again. It's because E-Frag still have the utility, and the Molotovs they threw there did so much damage. They need to take it slow, make the CTs use up all their Molotovs, and then go for their executes, and then they'll be able to win rounds relatively easily as well.
But it's the fact as well, though, it's like if you just go into your default right now for attacks, they would be countering this aggressive style of play we've seen coming out from E-Frag in terms of how Spy Leader's been going for those aggressive peaks early on. And we're seeing it once again. You're getting here towards Olaf, but he's not just holding behind Olaf, he's going for the wide peak. And it's in terms of if attacks were going for that fast play, they would be shut down because of this. So it's just a little bit of luck that time around. NKL will spot Tizian attempting to get lucky towards drop down. He's got back up Stefan as well.
Has to be careful. Eco pushes. Can be very dangerous at dropper. He needs to find the shots here. They push him, take him out. They're going to pick up a FAMAS for their trouble. Spy Leader will try and get the revenge frags, but you can see Spy Leader's movement is just a bit better. He dodges the bullets like the Matrix, and Victor will pick up 2 kills as Kazuya and Crispy try to go for a sneaky backstab onto Spy Leader. 13-12 is the scoreline, full by now from Alternate, but no op onto Kiev, which might be a game changer. He looks so good on that weapon, as well as the Desert Eagle. Now, with full utility, they have a very fighting chance indeed. E-Frag, however, AK-47 on Bubble, rest with M4s. And one thing to note, by the way, these guys, they only play with the M4A4s on Cobblestone. Usually they play with Silence, especially players like NKL, Spy Leader, and they switch. I really actually don't know why they do that, but it's something I noticed.
I think because of smokes. As you know, on Cobblestone, all teams using a big number of smokes, and it's very important to do some damage, to peek through smoke. Probably that's why.
It's a good theory. I actually think it's a good theory.
Actually, we can ask players.
Yeah, after in the interview if they win.
Yeah.
If not, we can ask Alternate what they think about it. So we've got Dreamer in an aggressive position. We haven't really seen much of him this game, but he's a player that can be very hot and cold, Jackie.
Can be indeed, very temperamental. Tizian and Co, they want to attempt to find their way down, drop down. NKL, once again, he's there, ready to defend it. He didn't do a too fantastic job last time around, so it's going to be hard for him. And Stefan kicks this round up. Frag Streamer takes him down, punishes him. NKL couldn't connect the shots either. It's not too fantastic. Spy Leader hiding behind Dwayne here. Can the Rock provide him with enough cover?
This makes his job so much harder when they've dropped down in drop. He's completely flashed now. They're going to come in from 2 angles. He won't be able to do anything. That's a very, very good execute here from Alternate. And now E-Frag are going to have to make the decision whether they should save or go for it. It seems like they will be saving their weapons, but it's just simple. Dreamer had an aggressive position, no crossfire, no setup, no support, nobody to get the return frag if he dies. NKL gave them dropper, and it's Spy Leader in that situation. He can't do anything. He's got too many angles to check, and they're able to take him out and flash him as well. Good usage of utility by Alternate. And we do see it 13-13. What's important is that E-Frag keep hold of these weapons, because now economy is everything.
Yeah, and actually Victor has enough money. Same goes to Bubble, and they will share with the remaining ST players. So definitely full gun round on the way. Yeah, and interesting to point that Spy Leader, first time will play with AWP gun on defense.
You can see the 2 top fraggers, Victor and Spy Leader. It's their map. These are the 2 players that enjoy playing it and feel comfortable on it. They have to continue performing if they want E-Frag to take this. Alternate, though, putting up a very, very good fight. It could be anybody's map at the moment. Spy Leader got a good spawn here for the B side.
And bam! That's what I'm talking.
That's huge as well, being able to keep down that early on.
Kiev, by the way, played without AWP gun, and it was pretty risky move. I didn't get why without flashes and smokes. He decided to strafe, and it was an easy kill for Spy Leader. Here, the first Babam action. Tizian got damage somewhere else. 56 HP, and enough time still. 40 players to rotate, to do whatever they want.
Look, right now, this is where Spy Leader is going to tell them, stay back, do not go for aggression, hold your positions, secure dropper, because we do have the man advantage. They can't win this round. They shouldn't. But look at the utility on the terrorist side, Jackie.
Spy Leader looking... Oppa! Oh. Oppa, that's sad.
Madness.
That's sad.
I mean, I didn't even see how he got that angle. Yeah. Really good shot.
45 seconds to go, and a pretty big distance between CT players. In my opinion, could be better to stay closer to connector to A players. And now T players storming, but it will take time for other ST players to reach bomb area B. Here in attack. Dreamer trying to pick, not bad. Same time, Frisbee made a trade. 3-3 tough situation here for E-Frag. A bunch of kills in a row by Kazai, and now 3v1. Victor should save. I'm pretty sure that it's not possible to retake in this situation, and actually he is doing so.
backing away. Just wants to attempt to hold on to that M4, the utility that he has as well, of course, has the kit in his back pocket and full armor. So no reason to throw that into the wind. There's no real possibility of him winning 1 versus 3 unless all of the moons have aligned and he somehow turns into Superman.
T players are not... Oh, actually, they are hunting, right? Nope. They're also trying to save whatever they have because...
The economy's been so temperamental in terms of things, so it's really not worth them actually going for the hunt and potentially losing those AKs, having to rebuy. It wouldn't help them at all, so...
So 14-13, yeah, forced buy for E-Frag, but anyway they managed to buy 5 M4s. Yeah, it's actually gun round, it's not forced buy. Shame on me, face palm on me.
This is it's everything. This round is everything. They lose this, and Alternate probably have the first map. They can't be aggressive towards long. They know Kiev always has this position on the A site with the AWP, and especially now that he's picked up Spy Leader's AWP, he didn't even have to buy it. They know that he's got it. The B push has worked very well for them, and Dreamer is switching it up this round. He's actually behind the tree, which is a good idea by him. It wasn't working playing the fountain. He just needs to stick to this position. I think he can surprise them, and if him and Spy Leader set up a good crossfire, they'll stop them from pushing towards long. NKL, though, is had a lot of trouble towards Dropper, and that's given Alternate many avenues of attack. Bubble on fire, Victor, they should have no problem with the A site with the setup that they've got. Well, there's no action going towards that side at the moment.
Interesting that Keeps still behind. I mean, he's playing with AWP gun, but he's not trying to pick, he's not trying to make an entry kill.
Let's see if they're going to be able to hold off. If Alternate take this, it will be their round, Jackie. Their map, sorry.
Indeed, if they win the round, it will be their round. That is very true indeed. Dreamer, he's up on top of a tree, but he's forced out of position. That Molotov getting him off of it. He tries to get the frag, but he can't quite do it. Stefan punishes him, takes him down, and this is a huge round, potentially on the board for aTTaX, NKL and co. They're attempting to get back into it. They're looking shaky, they're looking terrified, completely zoned out by the amazing smokes that have been on display from that T-half.
They've got a bit of utility left in their bank. They have to use it to try and go for the retake. Victor now is his calling. Will he be able to do anything? Bubble getting an entry frag, doing a lot of damage. JKL with a frag there as well. I can't believe it. E-Frag.net actually going for the retake here. It's 3 versus 1. Will Alternate throw this away? It's all up to Stefan. The bomb lands. He gets a headshot. He goes down. They're going to go for the defuse. Will they have enough time? I can't believe it. 14-14 is going to be the scoreline. And that was a fantastic retake. 3 versus 4. I wouldn't have believed it if you'd told me.
That was just epic. That was just epic. Everything was for Alternate, but after all, E-Frag managed to win, managed to retake that round. So 14-14 and 50% chance to see overtime. Thanks to my math teacher.
Thanks to your parents for paying for school.
For paying their school, yeah. So there is a pretty big chance to see overtime, but anyway, 14-14.
This game has been so close in terms of how equally skilled these teams are looking right now. It's absolutely insane, vastly different to what we sort of expected this game to be like based on prior results. So it's really, really crazy stuff. NKL once again attempting to defend drop down this time. He won't have too much pressure coming his way early on into the round.
It's all to play for right now, 14-14. First map, Cobblestone. Very, very tense and close indeed. Alternate aTTaX showing that they are big boys, that they can contend with the best in this tournament. E-Frag, one of the favorites with Maus to go to the finals. Will they be stopped here by the Germans like Hellraisers were just before in the best of 3? Terrorist now getting ready to move towards the A site. One person holding the flank. He'll probably drop down from Skyfall or Dropper. Victor and Bubble with a good setup here. They'll have support from Spy Leader if they need it as well. It's all or nothing. Alternate changing it up this time. Will they have any success? Utility ready to be used by the Germans. And the CTs, can they contend with this attack? Molotov in the corner as Alternate go closer and closer towards the A site. Bomb's going to be moving. There's the counter Molotov from the CTs to slow them down. Victor ready to throw his as well. He burns himself a bit crispy. He's going to push forward. There he goes down. Great flash. The return comes in from Bubble. The bomb's down. And this is very bad for the terrorists. Kazuya is going to pop down through connector. He's going to try and go for the flanker. Will the CTs be ready for this? Dreamer's actually rotating. Kazuya pushes forward and he finds himself a free kill onto NKL. Kiev with a frag. This is very bad now for the CTs. Can Kazuya stay alive here on the balcony? 2 versus 3. All to play for. 2 versus 2. Dreamer and Spy Leader. Now it's a 2 versus 1. And Spy Leader with a triple kill. And look at that scream. Unbelievable clutch there. I can't believe it. What a back and forth game. Absolutely heart-stopping.
For 2 rounds in a row, E-Frag just showed absolutely great retakes. It was just really awesome. For 2 rounds in a row, absolutely brilliant. And here the map point for E-Frag. Only 2 AKs and 3 Tech-9s are available for alternates players in this last round. So overtime or GG, but there is a pretty big chance to see GG. And 1-0 per match for E-Frag, but let's see. Let's see what will happen. 2 AKs. 2 players pretty close to B zone. This time Kiev is not playing a backup role. This time they will rush all together. Spy leader with the AWP gun will try to pick. Same time Dreamer did it. Tizian same time made a trade. 4v4 here. The spray. Baba miss. He misses a shot. Spy leader getting damage from that fire. Second miss and he burned out. So 3v2 player advantage for alternate.
Yeah, this is insane stuff. Bubble is going to be the last man left on that site. His teammate coming over to help him out now, though. Both of them are there. They're ready. Bubble tapping down, wants to try and find that frag, and he will down there. Shot onto Crispy, gets the follow-up as well. That's insane. Keeper's been annihilated, leaving KZY, the last man standing. If he wins this, he'll take it into overtime. If he doesn't, that's them going over the sideline.
Of maps, what rank would you put Dust to in?
So any grades?
Yeah.
Any grades for maps?
Yeah.
Global elite, of course. Okay, so E-Frag on city side, alternate on T side, and actually new meta, in my opinion. Yeah, I'm not pro still. Still at this moment, yeah, new meta is simple. Not simple like simple, but simple like simple. You know.
Like the player? Or like
yeah, the team better on short and catwalk most probably will win the map.
Okay, that's some
Yeah.
good tactical analysis. A long
Yeah,
push
thank
here
you.
from the terrorists.
Thank you.
Not a very good CT smoke. They're going to get an entry frag. And Kiev will return with a frag onto NKL, who's trying to lurk around and flank them from mid.
Mission 1 successfully accomplished. Yes, C4 down, bonus money arrived, but now E-Frag players will try to win the entire round. Here, retake on going all together, pushing from short, 3 from short and 1 from city spawn. Spy leader. Okay, after all these 5 fights, it's all for Tizian. He's alone and round over. Pretty great defense by E-Frag players in this A side. They started to lead 1-0 and forced by Mode. Most probably we will see for alternate team. And yep, Deagles again. Yeah. Let me remind to all viewers that actually both teams won a pretty big number of rounds with Deagles with 5-7s and CZs. So interesting to see what will happen here. Yeah, 5 Deagles, by the way. 5 Deagles. I don't remember that on Cobblestone we saw 5 Deagles, actually.
Maybe 4.
Yeah, but 5, okay. And without any single armor, by the way.
What do you think, Jackie, about this map?
Dust 2, in terms of maps, is very sort of mix-heavy in terms of the style of play you can go for. We see a lot of mixed teams favouring it because it is quite aggressive, and a lot of it just comes down to individual skill. You know, you can get a lot of those openers just basis on aim alone, and we will see a lot of that going into it. This time around, creeping their way towards that B bomb site, biding their time quite heavily. They do have the weapon advantage, but as they know, attacks are very, very strong in terms of their capability. When they've got these Deagles in their hands, Spy Leader, he's got a nice flank going on though, will potentially catch them off guard, slips his way through the door and finds that frag onto Stefan. His teammate wasn't quite able to help him out.
They had no mid presence whatsoever. They got no information. That was a very easy B spot for E-Frag.
And remain alternates player just trying to save the Deagles. And same time, Spy Leader will try to pick, actually bubbled it, and his lovely scout. So only 2 step players remain. Both are trying to save in A side. Spy Leader will try to pick from a long area.
He wants to make some money with that Mac 10.
Yeah, and I think he will.
Should be 2-0 for E-Frag.net. Jackie looking strong at the moment with the T side. It's interesting that Alternate have decided to start off on the CT side. I've not actually seen this team play Dust 2. I don't really know how their style is and how good they are on this map, but it's really up to aim duels. It's very AWP-oriented. Kiev is going to have a lot of fun if he can pick up that AWP, and it's essential that E-Frag continue to put their economy in a situation where they can't purchase that AWP again and again. You can also see a double AWP setup here. I'm not too sure, though, if Alternate can actually equip one. I don't know if they have another AWPer who's good on the AWP. So we will see if they can continue with this momentum, E-Frag, and continue to keep the economy depressed.
Spy Leader already got more than 6k money because he killed with SMG. 3 open, and he stayed alive with that SMG. He didn't try to pick the last guy just for making sure that he will stick with that SMG in this round, because this time they're fighting against almost full eco players, full eco opponents. Tizian made an entry kill, and pretty greedy defense by him in this upper mid side. He managed to pick one, tried to pick another. 36 HP, which is pretty okay.
I like that alternate. Don't go for the force buys. They just buy the pistols, the Desert Eagles, and then hope they can win the round. If not, they will be able to afford like a good buy when they're on the CT side with utility, and they can get that up onto Kyiv.
Entirely grouped up, all 4 members trying to make their way up long. They have a fairly clear passage. KZ White attempting to land those shots, just jiggle picking out. His teammates come out to back him up, but unfortunately he's fallen in the time it's taken him to rotate. By the time he gets there as well, he gets straight railed by the bullets of NKL's AK-47, leaving Crisby in a 1 versus 4. Ideally, not a lot he can achieve. Might just try and get 1 or 2 frags on the board. Risking it for a biscuit, of course, only has that deagle. That's always invested into this round, and they'll be able to buy next round anyway.
One thing to note is this map, as we spoke earlier, Cobblestone is a spy leader Victor map. This map is where you see Dreamer and Bubble really play very well and perform very well, especially Bubble. When he gets that up, he's actually incredibly dynamic, on point with his shots. And I think it's a map that all of the players are very comfortable with, and they know how to play very well. It actually suits their kind of relatively loose, aggressive style and aggressive defaults. And when they go for the when they go for the executes towards the A site or the B site together, it's very difficult for any CT to stop them unless the player is really on form. So 3-0 is the scoreline, but we do see a full buy. Now Kyiv has the AWP, and this mid duel will be very important indeed. Bubble's going to fire a couple of shots with the scout, and he's going to back away. This is good for the economy of E-Frag. Not buying that AWP now, they can buy it the next round because they do have the money for it.
2 players trying to execute mid-left attack. They are on the way, and here Cuckoo kill incoming. Cuckoo kill incoming. Cuckoo! Here we go, first Cuckoo kill, which is pretty awkward. But 2 players reach bomb area B here. The second kill only now, and KL brought the first frag for T-side. Spy leader made situation 3 versus 3. And Kzai behind, he didn't check. And same time, Spy leader didn't kill. He was blind. Just.
Yeah. It's a really good flash there by Kazia, and they have to be careful about Spy Leader. He loves to play that flank position towards mid. When they go for the B split, they need to check both angles every single time. 2 versus 3, retake now for alternate.
2 guys from window. What about utilities? 1 flash, 1 nade, and 1 fireball. Bubble ready, nice cross paths, and that's it. Absolutely great defense by E-Frag's players, and they won the first gun round on Dusty map 4-0. They are leading so far, so awesome for them, because another eco round is necessary for alternate.
They're temperamental. When they are excited, when they have things going for them, they're shouting, they're using that to continue to boost their confidence, to scare, not really scare, but to really kind of take away the confidence and spirit from their opponents. But at the same time, when things are not going well for them, E-Frag can absolutely crumble. Yeah, so it's a dangerous mix to have.
Really emotional, and Bubble landing that shot finally as Crucible across for the second time. Big stuff on display. Victor going 6 towards long as well, tears 2 of the CTs apart. KZ White wants to try and punish him, but he isn't quite able to. He couldn't tap fast enough.
Easy,
finds the final frag.
Easy round it was for E-Frag. Easy, EASQ.
Look at this as well, where he kept crossing here, just trying to bait him out, and then needs to get back towards CT, lands the flick. Juicy stuff. That's a fluty for you.
2 upset. Now it's interesting.
Double up setup, Kazia now with the op.
And actually, Bubble also managed to buy.
He actually knows that.
He didn't miss, by the way. Crisby still alive with 36 HP. Great start for E-Frag. But still 5 versus 5. Kzai trying to pick an upper mid.
He's going to throw the flash before peeking. So Kazia has to look away now. Bubble has the advantageous position, but no, actually, he's stayed back. He's not going to peek. E-Frag also know how to clear mid really well. They flash, they go together, they check every single corner, so it's a very dangerous position for Kazia to hold. He has to back away to a more defensive spot or get support from one of his teammates. And look at this. Interesting to know that Kyiv is actually playing short with the AWP here. Not really the best position to hold, but it will guarantee at least 1 kill for him.
Actually, a lot of teams prefer to pick from here, because they can easily jump to spawn side and cover from that area with the AWP gun. So let's see how that will work here. Most probably he will pick. Bam! Oh. Double kill! That's the point, because 2 close area.
Double kill.
Double kill.
2 for 1 there.
2 for 1, chicken and chips.
And here, an amazing chance for alternate to win their first round on Aslu map.
It's a really good start. Kyiv with a very important double kill. Terrace now will get ready to push towards the A site from shot. Kyiv is still there, holding a very nasty angle indeed. Barely see them cross, try and go for the wallbang. Will Bubble be able to find the entry frag?
20 seconds to go.
They have to move. He misses
Barely
the
missing
shot
that
there.
shot there.
Finds the second though, drops the bomb. There's the flash over. Don't think it's likely that they'll be able to do anything, but Bubble takes him down. They might get a bomb plant. 10 seconds left on the clock. Bubble, he's only got an
No
open
time,
hand.
no time.
What?
What?
What just happened? He's going to get the bomb planted as well with 1 second left on the clock. 2 versus 1, they're both coming in from short. Ooh, he doesn't get them. This is really, really weird. If Alternate lose this round, it would be atrocious, but Kazi will make the frag.
At some point, Bubble got a chance to win this round, actually, after that 2 impressive Deagle kills. But as expected, Alternate did it. So 5-1, first round for Alternate on Dust 2 map. And here, important, the key pick here, 1 shot, 2 kills, and that's it.
Good stuff on display. Oh no, that's a massive round on the board, and of course all of it being kicked off by Kiev, as you said, that ridiculous orb shot. They're going to rebuy that second orb, so they've still got the double up setup going, and big early round tag as well there. Kiev, he's still going to be risking his luck, and somehow he's able to find the frag. Shuts down Bubble. Big display of orb control. Can he get the follow-up? Looking towards mid.
4 versus 5, double up setup, winning Alternate their first round here on Dust 2. Second map. First map ended 16-14 if you've just joined us. Very, very close affair indeed. Could have been anybody's map.
Definitely.
New slate on Dust 2.
2 players will try to storm B side from tunnel area, and 1 will join the party from mid or catwalk side. He will jump towards city spawn. Stefan made the first kill here. Second, nice support by Crispy. A bomb carrier spotted, and that's it. And that's it. Clean and easy round. All 5 Alternate players stayed alive. They saved money. Everything now pretty good for Alternate. 5-2, but they stabilized the money situation. They
I mean,
got
I really...
heavy guns.
I don't know how that shot landed.
Yeah, it just looked
The
completely
crosshair
off.
was not on him.
That's ridiculous. Like watching it back on the replay there was really weird. So look at this, the aggression coming out early as well from E-Frag towards long, sending 2 players in. They might just be holding to see if actually there's any potential push coming out from the CT, using that flashbang to pop their way out, and Tizian peaks all on his own, on his lonesome. He couldn't do anything. He gets taken down because of this. Kiev is in a nice angle. He has to try and take down the short players, but unfortunately looks right at the wrong time. And NKL lands a bullet into the back of his spine.
Monosov kill though on NKL. 4 versus 3. They're still holding pretty standard positions there. Spy leader with some crisp shots there onto Crispy and Kazuya. Very nicely done. And Stefan now on his own.
Spy leader did a massive job. A massive job in this upper mid, and here hat-trick should be. Nope. Stefan picks him. So 1v3. Clutch or kick.
Look at that.
Clutch or kick. He decided to save.
Roll.
Yeah, he found the off gun, and here the fight. Ba-bam! He did it! 1v2.
They're going to hunt him down, stop him from saving
Yeah,
the
from different direction. They're trying to surround him, and the second pick.
Great play. Really great play.
Yeah, a hat-trick, actually, during the round. Poker face. 4 kills. We want to see 4 kills, and he did it. Okay, anti by E-Frag. Actually, it was a pretty good decision to kill that.
It was poor. It was really
yeah.
poor. Because, look, they had 2 players, Bubble and Victor, and they were setting up a crossfire. They knew he was in tunnels. They knew exactly where there's a smoke. Yeah. Go in together. There's really no need for you to go 1 by 1. So they didn't really deal with it in the right way, and they have to stop being complacent. All right, you're ahead 6. You're ahead 6 rounds to 2, but you can't make mistakes like that. Not at this stage of the game.
Bubble just didn't... is not missing at all from the T-spawn side. And again, just taking city players. Xai this time got damage through the gate, and 35 HP remain. And it seems that same story we will see by E-Frag players. Again, they will try to execute a B attack.
Seems like it. Crispy and his teammate have done a good job in this site so far. Actually held off an attack earlier. And they continue to do it. They're going to go right.
And here spray should be okay. This time everything started way better for E-Frag. After all this firefight, the situation became 4v3. Trying to pick through smoke without success. Here they pick. Nope, there is no pick. Spy leader trying. Still nice support. Nice support by Tizian, so C4 down, and definitely Steve players should try to read.
Unless they go for a ridiculous force. So it's worth the gamble of getting that Mac 10 and just trying to build up an awful lot of bank. It's something that's becoming more so common More recently, Crispy, of course, landing that headshot to actually punish one of the E-Frag players, now leaving them in a 3 versus 3. It's not fantastic for the CTs, but it's awfully a lot better than what they had at the beginning of the round.
As long as they stop him from picking up any weapons, they should be fine. They've got Bubble holding mid for now. Bomb still behind. They don't want to drop it or give any information. They're going to be pushing slowly. Crispy's in a nice position. There's the Molotov. He's going to have to move. He's burning. His feet are definitely hot. He's on really low health, and he'll burn alive. Burnt to a crisp.
It's off to the burn towards.
Send him. Ambulance. 911.
So C4 down, no defuse kit, no armor, and definitely Skippers will try to pick some exit kills without success. So far, Tizian will try to repeat the same story what Kiev tried to do. And same final.
Shuts them down, headshots galore. Good stuff on the board from E-Frag right now, looking very dominant. And this is the thing as well. This map being fairly balanced in terms of actual either sides, but E-Frag are really, really strong on that T half. Just because, of course, they want to try and take the pace of the game, and they've certainly done that. Being able to get this 8-round lead going, and aTTaX really not finding their footing, they have to try and bounce it back soon. They do have the full buy going as well. Only one Farmer Sim player that's going to be on KZY. They've got an awful lot of utility and 2 kits in play. Kiev going aggressive with this AWP towards mid. This short boost could be really damaging. Spots the players that are in lower, but couldn't quite connect the flick.
That's an unconfident Kiev. Don't usually see him actually hesitating with shots like that. Should have normally made it. Dust2 doesn't seem to be their home ground. Cobblestone, they looked a lot sharper and a lot stronger, and Kiev has to start to perform with that AWP if they want to have a chance here.
More than 1 minute, actually 1 minute 15 seconds to go. E-Frag's players in the middle, and they're ready to storm. Bad for them that there is a cross spot, and they didn't smoke out this one. Ah, okay, they did, but a little bit late. That's why Crispy managed to pick one, and Kale made a trade of 4v4, low HP for NKL. And here the problem, but Bubble did a job. Spy leader also, babam! Oh, Kiev misses important shot. He missed important shot, and that's it. It's time to save. It's not possible to retake B zone.
He needs to save. Economy's not looking good for alternate. And look, Jackie, one thing you have to notice with E-Frag's play, it's very simple. They're doing exactly the same thing time and time again, but they're doing it very, very well. It's bread and butter to your play. You play for the trades, you check every single corner, you make sure there's a player behind to get the return frag, you make sure they don't use the utility against you, and you have people holding the flank, and that's it. That's basically how you take control of the B site.
This is everything we've ever seen from E-Frag in terms of we saw it, especially on Cobblestone as well. They literally have that playbook, and that's what we said. They're just going through the same plays over and over again, just alternating between the two, and it's basically alternate attacks this time around. They haven't worked out how to counter it as well as they did on Cobblestone very quickly. This time it's been quite sloppy, and basically E-Frag have just been blasting through them. In terms of individual aim right now as well, E-Frag look like they're firing from all cylinders. Everyone's been so crisp in the amount of shots they've been hitting that's just been blasting alternate attacks completely out of the water, round after round. So it's been beautiful teamwork that's been coming out from E-Frag.
Indeed so. Alternate are a team that don't have the experience to come back from a huge deficit. We've not really seen them do that before. And I have a feeling if they don't change things now, they end up losing 13-2, 12-3 in the first half. There's not much of an opportunity. We're going to see a third map in this best of 3.
So it's up. Kiev, by the way, decided to pick from another spot, and it was really risky because there is no space. Okay, after all, he stayed alive, and moreover, he made an entry kill. But it was risky move because he stayed in open area, and one flash could bring some big problems to him. But anyway, he stayed alive. T-Player at the same time managed to reach bomb area. They managed to plant the C4, and let's see, Bubble in pretty good spot.
They always have one person holding the flank all the time. It's very important for them to do that.
But bad for him that C-Player decided to push from city spawn. They will boost each other from elevator, I believe. But what a smart move by Bubble! Extremely smart move! Oh, but Kiev expected such move anyway. Kiev expected, and now 5 versus 3. C4 taking away.
It's planted for shot. They have a bit of utility. Oh, that spray down from Victor stops them from defusing the bomb. 3 versus 1. It's up to Dreamer. Gets the first, gets the second. Is he going to get the third? There's a defuse going through. He misses it, and the bomb's defused. Unbelievable. Alternate winning that round at the last moment. Excellent play there by Tizian.
Yeah, that was insane. Really crazy stuff on display. I mean, Dreamer right there coming in with the insane level of aim, but it just didn't work out for them.
Kobe!
They need that. That probably will give them a bit of confidence and a bit of money to play with. They need at least 5 rounds on the CT side.
They do. E-Frag once again going back into that default, just splitting 2-2 and attempting to gain control of that A site. Keep with that scout on his hands, is going to be very quick, moving around. Has to get that smoke down in time, but of course he gets burned down. Really just a massive kerfuffle, fumbling with his nades. He is going to hit the ground. He's furious, as you can see, typing away in chat there. Crispy hammering off those shots, will be able to connect them straight into NKL's cranium. It's a 2 versus 3 in terms of the retake. They don't have an awful lot of utility. It's going to be very, very hard.
They don't call him Bubble on fire for no reason. Smart, very smart by Alternate to do that smoke. Stefan actually finding the entry. Bombs planted for long. Got one person over at short. Spy leader. He has to make his move soon. Ooh, good nade as well, doing considerable damage to both Crispy and Stefan. Bomb's going to be defused. Nobody's there to actually stop them. Spy leader firing way through the box. Stefan has to win this 1 versus 2. Gets the first kill. Dreamer hides. Not a lot of time left. No defuse get onto Stefan as well. Is Dreamer going to peek? Even if he does, I don't think he'll be able to have enough time to defuse it if he kills Dreamer. Dreamer's going to kill him regardless. Well timed. And 10-3 is the scoreline. Economy for Alternate is absolutely down the toilet.
And they didn't have diffuse kit, that's why they tried to pick all remaining players instead of diffusing straight away with that smokes. So 10-3, and Alternate players saving some cash for the last round, but they managed to buy some deagles and armor in this round number 14.
Indeed, and they are very effective with these deagles usually, and they're proving that once again. 2 players getting absolutely annihilated. Spy leader is going to fall, and Victor will follow suit, leaving just the deadly trio, NKL, Bubble, and Dreamer. Already, NKL is going to be able to get that first frag on the board, rips their head clean off Kiev, leaving them in a 3 versus 4. It's not fantastic for alternate attacks in terms of weaponry, but they're actually able to scavenge that fallen Kalashnikov that dropped on the ground by Long.
Kalashnikov. I like that.
There you go.
And again, pretty big distance between CT's pairs. Yeah, 2 guys in long side, 2 guys inside B. So if T players will successfully storm B side, it will take time for remaining T players to reach that area. Anyway, here we go. That's what I'm talking about. C4 is going down, and the remaining T players pretty far. And they're saving for the last, actually.
Alternate.
They're not. No, what they're trying to do, I didn't get. Ah, okay. They split and save, yeah.
They need to this for the final round. But Alternate are a team. Like, look, if you compare the player by player, E-Frag has far more firepower overall. I mean, Alternate do have Kiev, Tizian, who can contend with the aim duels. But overall, Bubble, Dreamer, Victor, and Spy on Dust 2 are just that bit stronger. They win every single aim duel. Look at the score as well. There's nobody's really carrying E-Frag. They're just winning their aim duels. The tactics are working out, and they're getting the return frags. And it's really simple CS at the moment. Alternate just don't have the firepower to deal with E-Frag.
Yeah, they've been struggling in terms of economy. They haven't really been able to get that much of a bank going for them, and it's just basically like CT side money economy, money management that's been going so wrong for alternate attacks in terms of the amount of force buys they've gone for. That, yeah, sure, they've got quite a few picks on the board, and it's dented E-Frag from actually getting a ridiculous bank, but they've never been able to convert that into an actual round win, so it's not worth it. At that point, why don't you just fully eco out, get rifles back on your side, and an attempt to win the round?
This map is a huge anticlimax for sure. I didn't, after Cobblestone, I expected a much closer affair, but we haven't seen Alternate's T side yet. There is still an opportunity for them in the second half, but this is a very crucial round for them to win, because it differentiates whether, even if they lose the eco, whether they'd have a chance to continue. Because lose the eco with only 3 rounds from the first half, and you've lost the game.
It's very important for Alternate to make it 11-4. Otherwise, they will not have an option to play with big and heavy guns in half number 2 in case of losing pistol round in half number 2. So 11-4 and 12-3, pretty big difference. If they will complete half number 1 with 12-3 on scoreboard, and they will lose pistol round, so they will play with force by, I mean, with SMGs, with the deagles only. But in case of completing first half 11-4, they will have at least 1 chance to play with M4s or maybe even sniper gun.
They might have that, exactly, they might have that opportunity now with Victor and NKL remaining. Only for E-Frag, it's a 4 versus 2. I don't really see this going any other way than to Alternate's advantage. They've still got the bomb, however. And with 40 seconds left on the clock, there's an opportunity for them. Time-wise, Crispy getting a lot of information. He knows it's not going to be a B push, and it could be mid to B here. There is one person over at CT spawn if he goes down. That's Kazia. He should be able to find these frags quite easily. Oof, timing of their movement not good enough. Victor with the entry. 20 seconds left on the clock, and it's a rush to the B bomb site to get it planted. Crispy, though, ready and waiting to support his teammates on the retake. NKL trying to slow down the rotation. And with 10 seconds left on the clock, the bomb will be planted.
Low on health, both T-players, Victor 18. Zombictor, of course, yeah, and KL 49. But let's see how that will work. City players are ready to retake.
Vactor the Tractor. Here's the retake attempt from Alternate. Very important round for them to win. Not a lot of health left on both Victor and NKL, Jackie.
Yeah, busting their way into that site. We will see Victor left in a 1 versus 2, but of course being pushed from both angles at once. Does get capitalized, gets taken down. Defuse will come out. Tizian holding onto that bomb.
11-4 is the scoreline of the first half. E-Frag should be very, very happy with their performance. They just need 5 rounds to end this best of 3 and go on to the consolidation final. That'll be played tomorrow. Remember, guys, we do have Flipside versus Mousespots to see who will go to the grand final. After this match, will be cast by the awesome Henry and Sadakist. Make sure to be tuning in for that. And for now, we do see Battle of Titans Alternate against E-Frag. Alternate here to show that they can perform on land, that they can contend with the other Tier 2 teams, beating Hellraisers after a very close affair 2-1. But now, against E-Frag.net, they had a close cobblestone, but Dust 2 just seems a bit too hard for them, and maybe they were better off vetoing Dust 2 and playing Overpass. Either way, it just shows to you that the depth of map pool is one of the most important things in Counter-Strike, especially in best of 3s.
I mean, in terms of what we've seen so far as well, though, it's just been E-Frag really outclassing them in terms of individual skill. That's just been vastly above alternate attacks. Somewhere around there with them on their T-half, maybe that can be a little bit better for them, as they do usually perform very well when they're allowed the freedom as a T-half, especially Kiev. If he can go back to his prior form and really hit them hard with that level of aggression when he's given a lot of breathing space, he's going to be a key factor.
Double mid set up here by the CTs, both Spy Lead and Dreamer. Usually they actually give away mid. Spy Lead is not really keen of holding mid at such a close angle like that, especially with the USPs. It's quite interesting because a flash and a Glock train down mid, both of them are going to die 100%. Victor will try and hunt for headshots here towards long, as the terrorists will go for a long presence, but they haven't really decided where they're going yet. They need to make sure they keep control of mid. You never know, CTs could be creeping up short. The bomb is rotating though, and they will be pushing from short here. A lot of information heard by Dreamer. He knows they're probably moving towards short, and that should cause a change of angles for Victor, who should be facing towards a short angle. But he has to be careful, because there is two terrorists actually coming in from long, and this is a very good tactic here from Alternate. Don't know if it's going to work, though.
Fast trade here, but T players reached bomb area, but CT players extremely close here. They pick by Kiev. C4 is going down. Dreamer waiting for teammates. Actually, okay, now they're ready to storm and defuse. By the way, without defuse kit, E-Frag's players decided to play and pistol round. Fast trade one more time, which is profitable to alternate players because they have one player advantage, but bubble mate situation equal 2v2 here, the Kukli style kill. And now it's all for Tizian. 1v2, C4 down, and he should pick. Oh, with Glock from such a long distance, it's pretty hard. It's really hard, and defusing!
Hey.
Oh my goodness!
Unbelievable!
Oh my goodness!
This is literally a millisecond late.
Yeah.
How? H-O-Z. How?
What?
Just
so
look.
close.
Oh!
The way he was jumping, he literally jumped into that.
That's insane.
Devastating stuff. They're really going to be so disappointed about that. Once again, in terms of what aTTaX are going to attempt to do into this round, whipping out the 4 Spire, 3 of them with armor, 2 of them just rocking the weapons. A little bit of utility to play with as well, so potential for them to actually slip in, working their way out long, going in dry, not really giving their position away, but Victor is ready for them if they do go for the face and go 1 by 1. He is going to get blind, gives away his position by firing off a warning shot, making his presence known.
It's really unlucky. I think they would have probably been better off planting for short that round, just simply because of the Glocks, but that's all hindsight. Wow, look at this smoke actually bubbled, getting a lot of information with that without giving away his position. He's very good with the scout. Not as good as Chris J, but still quite good.
Bomb carry same time in long side. Because a lot of teams prefer to use bomb carry in catwalk because they can switch to B side in pretty easy way. Yeah? But in case of losing bomb in long side, you are not so flexible as you wish to.
Oh.
Okay, firefight in the short side, 3 versus 3, and here we go. Bubble didn't pick, but I think he didn't miss either.
Bombs planted here towards the A site. Retake attempt now as NKL bunny hops towards a site from short. Does considerable damage onto Stefan. Really find the headshot, however. Another jumping shot. Dreamer takes down one of the alternate players, and it's just Tizian on his own this time round in a 1 versus 3, but he's got a good position with the AK-47. They're going to all peek him at the same time. They need to go for the defuse as well, though. Time is ticking, and Bubble will take him out. That's 13-4. 3 rounds away from securing this best of 3 in a very impressive fashion. They're really making alternate look quite weak on this map.
They are indeed really just blasting alternate out of the water. They have just been exploding all over them, and there is nothing that alternate can bring to the table. It's been such a hard side for aTTaX.
I didn't get to what they did. I mean, in terms of money, because some of them decided to save couple thousands, and other guys decided to invest all their money for this. In my opinion, pretty bad decision.
This map should be called D-Scout, because the scout on this map is pretty powerful. It doesn't matter who's holding it. Alternate already 1 man down. And Kale holding mid. He's got support from Spy Leader, however, who's behind the box. Will be pushing forward. No utility, though, no flashes, so it should be an easy defense here, but they peek him, and they get the frag. Another frag as well. Good entries here for alternate. Dreamer has to be ready for this B split. He knows that somebody's probably going to be going through tunnels at the same time. He's got no support from his teammates. Picks up the first frag. He's being pushed from the tunnels, but he doesn't care. He's looking for the second. Lands a shoulder shot. Doesn't end his life. He looks to finish it, but they will finally put an end to the young Bulgarian talent. And the B side will be theirs. Retake now for Victor and Bubble. And it's a really long road ahead of alternate after this round, if they can win it.
Stefan's getting aggressive toward mid here. Wants to try and find that frag, but it doesn't seem like it'll be going his way. Victor actually lands 1, takes down KZY. This is good. It's a 2 versus 2 now, and they're both on the site. The last T is miles away. He's quick on his toes. Stefan is coming back towards the door. They have 2 Cs. Oh, so unfortunate. He peeked in at just the wrong time, and they've been able to shut him down. Bubble getting the trade frag. The defuse is going to come out. 14 rounds on the board for E-Frag. It shouldn't have happened. They had no stake in that.
3 rounds in a row, alternate players managed to plant a C4. And 3 rounds in a row, E-Frag just showed they retake skills.
Look at the face of the alternate players. I mean, they look like a defeated team. They look like they've already lost this game. They
look like they're losing 14-4.
Yeah, I mean, and the way they played that round as well, it just looked like they already gave up. They didn't feel like they can come back from this deficit. And E-Frag, you know, when they get confident, when they're playing a map like this, where it's just all about individual confidence and aim, and they're shouting like that, and they're winning all their aim duels, and they're winning the clutches, just nothing you can do mentally to actually resist that, and you'll just end up losing. There's nothing at the moment that alternate can do except beg for a miracle.
Yeah, it's ridiculous. Like right now, Orno just getting absolutely pummeled. They found no answer this time again. This time around, attempting to bombard that mid area of the map. NKL, he's there, and he gets the opening frag, utilizing that flashbang now so he can go for another peek. Will he have enough time? Pops out. That's hammering down. Is actually going to get that frag onto Tizian. Actually, he won't. It gets countered. Tizian landing it when he's so low on HP. He's almost dead, but he's still fighting through the pain. Dreamer on that B side pops out. 2 get on the board for him. Wants to go for the hat trick, and he lands it. Dreamer is insane.
Absolutely fantastic spray down. He's got some of the nicest spray patterns I've ever seen. Really, really fantastic play. And he shoots down 3 of the alternate players in a row. 1 versus 3, holding the B site on his own. And that's really the final nail on the coffin for alternate. 15-4 is the scoreline. Match point. And they won't have much to play with this round as well. Look at this. Absolutely fantastic. No chance. And he gets the 3rd player as well. Although it did take him a while. He had 14 health at the end of that. And 2 headshots.
11 match points. 11 match points, and Kale just unbeatable in that B area.
Sorry?
And Kale just unbeatable in that B area, just protecting extremely.
Yeah.
I mean, just covering that B zone in absolutely perfect way.
Yeah, exactly, Raheem.
So 4 pistols and 1 scout. This is it. Smell of GG is straight from the beginning.
You can
of
smell
the
it. It's whiffing in here.
Yeah, smell of GG, but it's not over yet. Yeah. So let's see, maybe some legendary comeback will happen.
Thing is, they want to attempt to go for this short bombard here, and actually Bubble, in the position he's in playing by car, he should be able to shut them down fairly efficiently. It's going to be a real struggle if they're actually able to do so. I mean, in terms of their weaponry as well, that they only have that 1 scout. That's the only thing that's going to be effective, but they do flood out, and actually being allowed to drop into CT is quite effective. They're going to get that close angle, but Spy Leader, he is there playing around the smoke absolutely amazingly, pops out 2 cannon board for him already, and this should surely be E-Frag's round now.
I mean, that's exactly what I thought they'd do. With 4 Tech 9s like that, you're going to drop down and try take out the AWP, get close, use the wall for your advantage, and also take down the guy at CT spawn, then plant it for short, and let the guy with the scout hold them off. That's just simply standard players, so it's very smart here by Alternate. Will they be able to hold them off? Crispy picking up a frag here. It's 2 versus 2. All to play for now for the Germans. The home crowd waiting in anticipation. Will this be the end of this incredible turn of events as they beat Hellraisers in a best of 3, but they'll lose the second map 16-4 after losing Cobblestone 16-14 in a close affair.